Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna copy the OpenAI web page landing page. Okay, we want to just copy this. Okay, so we will go fast because we want to to do this in parts. So in this first part, I want to tell you how to use the style guide to really start a project with the right fonts, all the margins that are not necessarily um, just identically of the landing page that you want to copy, but it's just really just really identically, and you can do it just like in 1 hour or 2 hours, so you don't have to do much. And so if we start in Webflow, we want to understand what we have going to do. So I will go to share this style guide that is prepared by another person. So we have here all the necessary things. So you don't have to think about um, like the size of the letters or like the size of the containers, because here it is everything. Okay, so first you want to do it's to go to your web page that you want to copy. In this instance, we want to copy OpenAI, and we want to understand what is the font, okay, and what is the button. So let's go step by step. First, the font that we are we are watching now seems like Open Sans, okay, or maybe a Montserrat. So in this instance, we are gonna use Montserrat because it's just incorporated in Webflow. So I suggest you to use the weight of normal in all the samples. Okay, so you in that case you don't want to think too much. So uh, the size of this is established. Okay, so in this case is 18 pixels, okay? And if we divide 18 pixels, okay, divided by 60 em, we get 5 em, okay? So we are going to use em for all these letters. Okay, so the letter for the with the class is text small and is display. Okay, and is h1, is h2, it's h3, and it's h4. So when you are in the 25 pixels, you don't want to really use em too much, but in this case, we are going to use it, okay? But when we arrive to 20 pixels, we are going to use rem, okay? So in that case, we have a letter that it's just too small. We don't want that it shrinks more. So that is if an efficient practice. So you just want to change the font that you have to use. Then you just want to set this to, okay, with the right font, and that is pretty much that you want to do. So um, then the colors that we will use, they are all in purple color, these tips, because I set it like the color purple means that it's non-color. Okay, so if we check the web page that we want to copy, we know that there's not purple color in like an element of an HTML of the web page. The color purple is just like here or just like here, and maybe it's not purple, but there's image, okay, and we're not seeing the like the images and the assets. So um, then we understand too that there's two colors that OpenAI use, and there's is the black and the white. So if we just check, um, we understand that the black is just a 0 0 0 0 0 black. So in that case, is the more black that you can have, and the white is just another an EFFFF color. So that is the most white color too. So we are just using these two colors, and we are adding those colors in this palette. Okay, so in this swatch, sorry. So you have those two colors, and that's pretty easy. So then the buttons, if you check this, you got like if you check the web page, you have this button, and that's it. Because these are not buttons, these are links. Okay. Um, so they have two buttons, like two types of buttons, and one is like a ghost button with a stroke of 2 pixels that is solid, um, with the color white. Okay, and when we hover it into that element, it converts to a background with the black with the white color, and we attached with the black colors. So I just prepare that, and then we want to do this button. So to do that, what I just suggest you is to go to inspect the web page, and then you just want to understand how is it build each element. So, and now what we want to do is just understand, for example, this the set index. Just don't um, don't says everything. Just don't say anything to us, because that's just like the structure thing that we can just put, for example, 11, and it will happen nothing. But what um what told um, us a lot. It's like, for example, this outlines pixels and the color of each outline, or for example, the font size. The if you just check right down here, you can check the padding pixels, and that's pretty much it. So if you check, we have a button here, and we have their paddings. So I just copy that and copy right like the right pixels, and that is. So if you go to down, so I'm in this button, I changed the borders to the stroke with the 2 pixels So um, then what you want to do for each button, you're watching the button that changes when you hover it. So uh, Webflow allows you to pick this, like this arrow, and it, it's a multi-select that when you pick the hover option, you can now change the properties of the element when it's hovered. So when you now pick the none, like the none property, uh, you go to the transitions and you can pick how you want that transition from the non-event button to the hover button, and how you want that smooth transitions go into the reality. So for example, if we check here, there don't have much is in animation, so it's just rapidly. There have is in animation, but it's just pretty like a little time. So I set it to 3 seconds, and I'm sorry, 0.3 seconds. So that's pretty much is. So when this is the first part of this video, so I will just get to this point and rapidly go to the second part. So if you like this video, just subscribe to the with the button right down of this like container, and that's pretty much is. I suggest you to watch the part two, because we will be watching all the things that we can put with this style guide in each, like the structure of the landing page that we want to copy. So that's it. So bye for now.